kiddos. Today is Monday, and it's January. Do you know what that number is when you put two ones right next to each other? You do? That's great. Let's count up to it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, good job. So, if we add 9 and 2, we'll get 11. Isn't that neat? That's 9. Then you add 2. 9, 10, 11. That's fantastic. So, it's January 11th and it's Monday. And we have a new letter this week. Do you see what letter is behind me? This letter? It's O. Now, do you know if O is a consonant or a vowel? Remember, consonants are B, C, D, F, G, and vowels are A, E, I, O, U. So which one is O? Is it a consonant or a vowel? You're right. It's a vowel. Good job. That means it makes at least 2 sounds, right? All the vowels make at least 2 sounds. So O says ah and O says O. Like ocean. Do you see the waves I put on the board? O is for ocean. And O also says ah, like octopus. So, what I have going home in your bags is a super cute little octopus. And it's an O for octopus. And there are, do you remember this? When it was October, we talked about oct. And oct means what number? What number is this? 8. Good job. So oct used to be the 8th month, October, and octopus has how many tentacles? Yep, 8 tentacles. So, should have 8 here. And what you're going to do is you're going to glue the tentacles to the bottom. And then you're going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on each one of the tentacles. You're going to write one of the numbers. And then you can use sequins or pom-poms or whatever you want to decorate the legs. And on the leg that says 1, you put 1 pom-pom. And on the leg that says 2, you put 2 pom-poms. Ooh, what about the leg that says 8? Any ideas? 8 pom-poms or whatever you are using. Could be sequins, could be Cheerios. What about if you use leaves? Would leaves work? Yes, leaves would work great. So, since we are talking about the ocean, O for ocean, I have a couple of fun animals to talk with you about. And these don't necessarily start with O, but they are fun. So, right here, we have this is in the sunlight zone, by the way, so that means closer to the surface. So these are beluga whales. The beluga whale is a small white whale with teeth. They breathe air through a single blowhole. There it is, right on the top. And they need to find breathing holes through the ice in the subarctic water where they live. They eat plankton and fish, and they are shy and nervous creatures. Beluga whales gather together in large groups known as pods. They are one of the few whales who can bend their neck to look around. They are the only whales who can swim backwards. Are you an animal that can bend its neck? Can you? Let's see, bend their necks to look around. I just bent my neck to look around. Can you bend your neck to look around? Oh yes, we are definitely creatures that can bend our necks to look around. And beluga whales are really special that they can too. So beluga whales can make 11 different types of sounds, including whistling, cackling, and squawking. They make the noises to communicate and find their way around. They are toothed whales with 34 teeth. Wow, that's pretty neat. All right, let's do the twilight zone. You have to go deeper into the ocean. And this right here, do you see this fishy? This is called a blobfish. Blobfish are funny looking creatures with big eyes and lips and a nose that looks like a human's. They eat tiny bits of food that drop down from far above, but no one knows exactly what they eat. Blobfish can barely swim. They are made up of a jelly-like substance, which means that they simply float near the bottom of the ocean waiting for their food to come to them. They can live between 2,000 and 4,000 feet below sea level. Wow. Blobfish's jelly-like bodies help them to survive under the extreme pressure at the bottom of the ocean without any problems. But they are an endangered species. So you will have to look out for those when you see them come up in books, or maybe if you get to watch something. And if they talk about blobfish, you let me know. I'm very curious. So I have our cards here, and this is a vowel, huh? So let's go all the way to O. All right, are you ready? A says A for ape and apron. A says A for alligator, apple. B says B, balloon. C says cat, and candles and cake. Ooh, and C also says celery, circus. Ooh, dancing dinosaur. D says duh. There's E. It's a vowel. E says earring, eagle. And E says elephant, egg. F says f, like fox and fan. Oh, G also has two sounds, but it's a consonant. So G can be soft, gem, giraffe, and G can be hard. It can be goat, guitar. Oh, there's H. H says ha. Here's another vowel. I says itchy, iguana. And I says iron, ivy. J says jaguar. And K says kite, kangaroo. L is for lion, licking a lollipop. L. M is for monkey, and map. N is for nest and necklace and nail. Oh, and what time of day is it? It's night. Good job. Oh, there is our letter for the week. And there are 2 cards because it is a vowel. So O says O like ocean, like some of the sea creatures we just read about. They live in the ocean. And then O also is for awe. Awe, this ostrich is turning on the light. Awe. Well done. How about we go through our alphabet really quickly. Are you ready? All right. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Good job. Should we do it really fast? Okay, on your marks, get set, go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Good job. All right. I want to quickly bring this up. This is something that we're going to play on our Zoom call. And we're going to do this every video until Thursday. And we're going to figure out which one is where. And then on Thursday, you have to guess. And you have to remember that there's snowballs in number 1. And you have to remember that there is a polar bear in number 2. It's all winter-themed pictures. There's a cozy beanie in number 3. Okay, are you remembering all these? Because you'll get the right answers on Thursday when we do this. There's an evergreen tree in number 4. All right, now we'll go to number 5. What's in number 5? What is this? It's an igloo. And in number 6, there is a penguin. Starts with P. That goes back in 6. What about 7? Ooh, what is that? Is that a house with snow on the roof? That's in number 7. All right, what's in number 8? Number 8 is a cozy fire. All right, look at that. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4 more left. Can you remember all of the ones that we just did? Ooh. In number 9, there are cozy green mittens. In number 10, there are snowflakes. Beautiful. In 11, there is a snowman. Okay, last one. In 12, there's a cup of hot cocoa. All right, we'll do it again on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then when we meet on Thursday, we will have to figure out which one is where. And it will be such a fun memory game together. So here is my next question for you lovely people. This is an H. H-O-G. Hog. Hog. So we're going to rhyme. Are you ready? What does C say? K. Og. Cog. What about B? B says ba. Ba-og. Bog. Good job. What about this one? That is an L. If I hold my finger over the bottom, it looks like it makes more sense, huh? Log. What word is that? Log. Log. Well done. So that's where we started. Hog. Cog. Dog. Log. Good job. You guys are really good at rhyming. Thumbs up. Alrighty. Well, I have one last thing to show you, and it's in relation to outer space. Now, we talked a little bit about the ocean already, and we mentioned some sea creatures. And do you see the moon? I drew a moon up on the board too. And I found this neat picture in this book. And do you see what this is? Looks like the sun in the sky, right? But it also looks like it's got moon shapes. This is a solar eclipse. This is where the moon passed in front of the sun. And this is a whole bunch of different photos that have been put together so that you can see each stage of the eclipse as it happened, as the moon passed in front of the sun and blocked the sun's light for a few minutes. Very cool. You able to see that pretty well? All right. Solar eclipse. All right, kiddos. Last thing I've got is a mama for Owen. Let's find out about Owen. What does Owen's name start with? Oh, good job. Oh, there's sweet little Owen. I'm going to move you just a little bit so maybe you can see better. Okay. Owen was a very young hippo. He lived with his mother and his father and his aunts and his cousins in the Sabaki River in Africa. Owen loved the river, but even more, he loved his great grayish brown, or was she brownish gray, mama. Every day, Owen and his mama slept together, and they swam together, and they ate together. Even when Mama left the river to graze in the moonlight, Owen followed close behind her stubby tail. I'm going to make sure I don't skip a page. I want to find out all about Owen. Best of all, Owen loved to play hide and seek, and Mama hid and Owen found her. And every time he found his mama, he licked her friendly face, and he laid his head on her broad back and smiled his great pink smile. Aw, that is such a sweet picture. But all that was before the rain. The rain fell and it fell and it fell, and the Sabaki River rose and it rose and it rose. And the river ran faster and faster and faster, and the river rose so high and ran so fast that it washed Owen and his mother and his father and his aunts and his cousins all the way out to sea. Owen roared for his mama. And he roared louder. And he searched, but he was having trouble finding his mama. And Owen was lost out in the ocean. And he roared and he roared. There he is. And that was when a great wave came and washed Owen back to shore. Owen was befuddled. What a great word, befuddled. That's kind of like confused, huh? And he was weak and very, very sad. He looked all around this new place. Oh, this wasn't his river. He looked around some more. Where was his mama? And then Owen saw something brownish gray. Or was it grayish brown? Do you see it? It's right there. He wasn't sure, but he staggered over and he snuggled down next to it. Oh, what is it? Aww. And the very old tortoise, whose name was Mazee, lay very still while Owen waited for sleep to come. And when Owen woke, he looked again at the tortoise. And Mazee was colored just like his mama. And Mazee was large just like his mama. And Mazee had stayed very close when Owen needed him, just like his mama used to. So Owen laid his head on Mazee's broad back and he slept some more. Now Owen and Mazee sleep together, and they swim together, and they eat together. And whenever Mazee goes for a walk, moonlight or sunlight, Owen follows close behind his stubby tail. Owen's favorite game is still hide and seek. Mazee slips beneath the water and Owen plunges in to find him, and Mazee nestles in the long grass and Owen peers through the grass until he spots him. And Mazee rests behind a rock and Owen searches and searches until there is Mazee right there. And whenever Mazee takes a nap tucked away inside his brownish gray, or is it grayish brown shell, Owen waits and waits and waits until he can find Mazee once more. And then when he finds Mazee, Owen licks his friendly face, lays his head on the tortoise's broad back, and smiles his great pink smile. Isn't that wonderful that even though Owen had a problem and got separated from his family, he was able to find a friend and this wonderful tortoise. And then hopefully, sometime after this book ended, our little friend Owen was able to find his family again. That would be wonderful. All right, friends, that is it for our Monday morning meeting on January 11th. And I will see you beautiful people tomorrow on January 12th. Goodbye, friends. Mwah.